Hi, Lucy here. Well, today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to open up, this is a Purex stainless steel filter. Now the thing about this filter is that the lid goes over the band and it's almost impossible to try to get off yourself. So I use the power of the water to help pull it up, but you have to be really careful, and the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the filter is full of water. So I'm going to turn the system on, bleed the air out, and take the band off, and then I'm going to show you we're going to pop the top off. And I just can't emphasize enough how to be very careful with this, and the most important thing is not to leave a bunch of air in here, because as soon as you turn it on it can really pop this thing off, okay? But you do need it, so watch closely, and we'll show you how to do this safely, hopefully. One, two, shut the system off. And again, they make these screws really long because there's so much pressure in a filter. You really want to have as much grab as possible. And as soon as I pop this top off, down below is a drain, and once this is popped off, I'm going to open up the drain so that the water will go out. Now this is a really nasty pull, so but it's the only filter I have, so we're going to do this. All right, here we go. Hang on. Hang on. The reason I went like that, because you can't, this pool I got a call yesterday and it's really, really nasty. Now I got to change my shoes. So now, since we have this open, this is a reason why this pool may be green, is because these are not set in here, and this is really critical because these are supposed to be clamped in here so that the water, when it comes into the filter, is supposed to go through the cartridges. Well, if it has this much room to go through, it's not circulating. I mean, it's not filtering properly. Okay? Anyway, that's it. We'll just get to work. There's plenty of videos on how to clean cartridges, but I really wanted to show how to take the lids off of these old Purexes, okay? Okay, so here's the thing. I came here just to show you how to take the top off of these really difficult filters. Then, when we saw at the top, remember this part was not connected properly, so we found the reason why. And this is really, really, really critical, and it applies to most filters, but this one specifically. All right, so the way that this functions is this bottom part is going to thread in to the bottom of the filter. Then a cartridge goes over like this. Then the spacer in between like this. And then another cartridge, and then the top. Now, if you notice, and obviously these are going to have the cartridges, if you notice, this is closed off, this closes off, and the bottom part. Now, what this means is that if this is the tank, the water comes into the tank, it goes through the cartridges, and that's what cleans your water, and down through the center, because if you look in here, there's little tiny holes, and that's what the water goes through. The debris catches on here, goes there, goes down through here, out the bottom of the filter, back to the pool. So in this situation, this top was, remember, it was like off. So now, instead of it being filtered 100%, you've got all your debris and stuff going right directly to the pool without being filtered. All right, so that's one aspect of this situation. The other, and this is what the problem was, this rod is what holds everything together. And in this situation, if you remember, I was pulling the rod up and down, and I thought, well, this is really strange. What somebody did was they threaded this back on without the rod being attached, and this is here is soldered on. So what you have to do is you put the rod from the bottom down there, and now everything I just showed you is all going to be completed, and then we put the top on and a wing nut at the top, and now you have a solid, you're going to have a solid filter. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to put this in. Now it's difficult because it's really deep down there. I hope my video guy will do the best he can, and I'll do the best I can to show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the rod in, thread this on, and obviously, you know, you can see, obviously, somebody repaired this. So I just, you know, they put some kind of sealer on it, but they forgot to put the rod in. So here we go. All right, we want to watch over here. Here we go. It's not going to be very ladylike, but okay. Down below in the center is where we're going to thread that on. All right, so here I go. It's going to be fun. Hold on a second. That doesn't matter. Excuse me. Okay, so then, see, this is going to come up, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do is put the cartridges in. Oops. Oh, one thing you want to make sure, hang on, that this one is a little bit out of the way. And there. You see that? And so otherwise, if I try to put that in, this is gonna be in the way. So you kind of want to move it so that the cartridge will fit. Let's see. Thank you. Okay, we have to move it over a little bit. Okay, so I hit the little manifold down there over. So now we're going to put this. Move this up. And make sure that these set down there completely. Need this anymore. Come on, you. Come on, come on. Okay, now we put the top on. And this is where before it was looking like this, and that's when all the crap was going through because it wasn't tight enough. So and then we get this rod, pull it through. I like to give it a little bit of a WD-40 squirt. You got to kind of hold it on the bottom and the inside there. You can put a washer or 2 or 3, whatever. Don't drop the nut in the filter. You'll have to take it all apart again. also don't tighten it so tight that you're going to crack this and it's gonna collapse it down. All right. I always say this: tight enough is tight enough. Now this is one complete unit, so I can't pull the rod up. It's nice and secure, and that's it. So I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'm going to show you actually how to put this lid back on. Because a lot of times when you put the lid on, you just can't push it down. So using the force of the water again, we're going to fill the tank up, and the lid will be here. And when I shut the system off, it'll pull it down. But let me get set up for that. Okay. Okay. Now to suck this top back down, because sometimes you push and push and it doesn't work. So first thing you want to do is put the drain cap back on. That's easy. Come on. I'll tighten it in a minute. Then always make sure your pressure gauge is facing you, not the wall. I know it seems obvious, but believe me, I've had people clean filters for me and they don't pay attention to that stuff. Okay, now we're going to turn the system on. The filter is going to fill with water, and just at a point where it's going to reach the top, I'm going to shut it off. So here we go. Also make sure your air relief valve is closed. Okay. Hope you got that. So sometimes you have to like push it in, and that's it. Do you see how that just kind of like sucked down? So that's like the easy way to do it. And then you just put your band on, and there you go. All right, well, you all know what to do next, so that's it. Once it's tight, and make sure it's tightened down all the way, and that's it. That's the way to get these lids back, off and on, and how it works in the inside, okay? I hope you learned something. Be very careful with these filters, please, because they're very dangerous, and people have gotten hurt. Even if they don't try to pop it off, once it comes off, there's so much pressure underneath, it can really and truly break your nose, bruise you, and maybe worse, okay? So give you a concussion, honestly. So please be careful out there, and come visit me on my website and see some more videos, okay? Take care, bye.